Hey everyone, it's Wes from Expedition Motorsports. This is Tyler. You're gonna be seeing him more on video. And today we're gonna show you how to put on our 8274 winch bumper that's both for the JL and the JTs.
So this is our 8274 winch bumper. Obviously you'll see the difference in the massive winch plate that comes on. We opted for zinc coating on the winch tray itself and the stinger, and this is an 11-inch stinger. The shell and the lower skid are both made out of aluminum and super light, and we left them bare because we like to beat things up. So when you order an 8274 winch bumper, this is what you'll get. This is specific for the Warren 8274 winch.
We're gonna go ahead and get the actual 8274 main winch tray installed.
This part where you'll need the 1/2 inch by 1.5 inch bolts. Have them handy. So the normal head bolts will go on the inside here. Then a nut and a washer on the inside. Do that for both top and bottom. We like to do loosely installed. Will help you down the road. A little tighter than hand.
Okay.
No, we're on the wrong one, Wes. With the kit, you'll get 4 of these M10 hex nuts that will go into the factory hex location on the frame, and they'll slide in like that. And all you have to do, we made a homemade little tool. All you do is run a bolt in it and tighten it down until it squeezes. Sometimes it does help to have a wrench on the backside because they are hexed. So we'll have Wes hold the backside. I'll start that.
Another thing I want to add too is that depending on how your Jeep is optioned, it may have these already, but we'll include them in the kit. Nice.
All right, so now with all the squeeze nuts in the frame, we will go ahead and we'll put the lower skid brackets on. So you'll take the factory hardware on the front of these lower skid bolts, lower skid mounts. Another product we're going to start selling here is this Baja Design light bracket mount, not just for Baja Designs, but you can put any little pod on it. These are the S1s. So what this will do is on the top bolt here of these frame mounts, you'll slide this in, nice and tight fit, and you put your top bolt in and you bolt them up.
What am I hitting?
Hold it straight, how about?
There.
It does move quite a bit. Tallness engaged.
All right, in the kit, you're gonna have 1/2 inch carriage bolts, and these are gonna go in the bottom of this hole. So they're gonna go up like this through the bottom, and they're gonna tie into the bottom of that lower skid bracket.
You tighten the nut like this. Through the back of the bumper. All right, so this is the best time now that we have the lower skid on. We're gonna move to the shell. One of the best steps you can do before inserting the shell is putting your factory lights, or if you got a set of aftermarket lights, this is the best time to do it, so you don't have to take shell off. It's just easier. So our bumpers are made to fit factory style fog lights, but not off of the factory steel bumpers. These lights off the steel bumpers will not fit in this configuration. If you have a steel bumper, the best way to go about this is to order a set of Baja Design SAEs. They fit right in with this little bracket that we include. It goes in here and bolts in place right there. So you can put the single post style of Baja Design light and you put that together. In this case, we're going to run our factory lights for the meanwhile. but this is, like I said, the best time to do it. You'll get these tiny little carriage bolts. I believe these are quarter 20s. I like to get at least one started. Make sure your fog light's going the correct way. That's the top, that's the top. Get it started. Then add your washer and your nuts. This is why it's much easier to do this before you put the shell on. See it? I can believe it. Perfect. Let's get that through. You'll do these on all four, unless, like I said, you do the Baja designs. Then in that case, you only need two to hold that little bracket on, and then you're good to go. The next step is to insert these 1/2-inch carriage bolts into these square holes. Sometimes, depending on what light you're running, it's easier to do these before you bolt the light in. In this case, it would have been easier, but not a big deal. So you put that in, and then you take these supplied little retainer washers. You put it on the bolt, you spin it on down. That'll ensure that it stays in that square hole while you go to put it on. Now we include magnets.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna tighten these inner bolts first before we put the shell on. Because as soon as we put the shell on, we're not gonna be able to tighten it.
Next step is to actually install the bumper shell. One easy trick to help, because there's 3 pieces of material here to line up. If you come to the side, you can see these 2 little brackets. They're on both sides of the frame. If you just loosen that bolt, take that bracket out of the way, install it once the bolts are in place. So now we'll do this. Line up your points. Come in here, line up your bolts with the holes. Gotta wiggle them around sometimes. And voila, fell right on. All right, now you can put these brackets back on if you so wish. And slide it over your 2 new bolts. If the washer was straight, there we go. Then your supplied washer nut. This is why those little retainer rings on these bolts are nice. Keep them all in place while you install everything. Now that we have the shell attached, we're gonna attach the lower skid to the shell and the winch tray all together.
Would you look at that?
So anyways, we'll start on these corners. You put the just Wes commentate the whole time. So you put these in like that, washer on the top side, and one of these jam nuts, or not jam nut, lock nuts. It is a tight spot, but when you're working with perfection, it doesn't matter. So get that bad boy started, and go to the middle one, right where Wes is. This is why we leave the winch tray, or not the winch tray, this is why we leave the lower skid loose, is so that you can line it up, put everything on. Once these are tightened up, then we'll probably tighten down the whole thing and then install our winch. Here at Next Venture Motorsports, we designed this 8274 front bumper for the JL and JT platforms to specifically fit the Warn 8274 winch, and that alone. The 8274 was introduced in 1974, replacing the Bellevue winch that was made from 1958 to 1973. The 8274 has remained basically unchanged since 74, with only minor tweaks, including upgrading electronics throughout the years and a few cosmetic revisions. The 8274 is directly noticeable by its front mounting pattern compared to normal winches on the lower pattern. So this bumper had to be specifically designed for that to mount forward. The 8274 is also one of the fastest winches around. That's why Ultra 4 and a lot of race trucks run them, because of their speed and durability. So in addition to our new 8274, we are also putting on some parts from Factor 55, like this new fair lead and the Ultra Hook. The Ultra Hook has so many different usability aspects of it that it's pretty freaking sweet. So we're gonna bolt this thing on and continue the install. Okay, jeez. All right, so to install this Ultra Hook, you need a little pair of snap ring pliers. Pull that snap ring out. All right, once you have the snap ring and the pin pulled out, which I do like because it'll keep the thieves away from your hooks, you put it all back together, and you want to make sure you orientate the pads to where it'll sit flat against your fair lead. They also send you this rope guard, which is super nice. It's just got a couple of smash rivets. So when you decide what side you want to sit flat on your fair lead, you pull off the 2 rubber pads, put your rope guard on, smash those on, and that ensures that the front of this rope doesn't get hit by anything. Just like that there.
Along with the 8274 winch bumper, we also offer a 11-inch stinger. And we're gonna show you how we bolt that on now.
Back bolts go all the way through with nuts and washers. And then the front bolts have supplied nuts in the winch tray that just attach like so.
All right, thanks everyone for watching our install video on the 8274 winch install and our 8274 bumper.
As per installation instructions, our JL13 bumper is 99% the same installation as this, just not the same winch. The winch trays will look different, but they bolt on the same. So if you do order a JL13, that's for any other, the traditional style of winch, like a Xeon 10S or anything like that. The installation will be almost the same. Check, check. Okay, so now that we put the 8274 on Dan's Jeep, we're gonna show you the difference in speed between a conventional style of winch on the Hemi YJ, pulling the dead KJ. It's over there dead KJ. All right, are we ready? 3, 2, 1, pull it. Get off the brakes. This is so fast. How's this fast? Oh my goodness. Look how fast we're moving. This is all fast. Well, anyways, we can put this down and come up here and check out these new Factor 55 products we got. See, we got an Ultra Hook right here with the rope guard and this fancy shackle that attaches to the Ultra Hook for fast and easy clip-on. All right, we're stopping them at this line. Ah, keep going. Stop. You too. What's the time? Oh no.
That felt like 30 years.
See? Fast.
I think I had a couple more gray hairs after that. It was an eternity.
King of the hammers. I'm gonna lock you in, boss. All right, stop, stop. Okay, are we ready? 8274, you off the brakes? You ready? You ready? Get it going!
Oh wait, hold on.
Hold on, hold on. Let it out.
I left it in park. Don't worry, I just broke my parking pole. No big deal.
All right, are you good now?
Yeah, we're good. Neutral.
Go! Jesus! Holy shit! We have a clear winner!
Wow.
What is All right. Get out of here, Wes. Let's do it. If
The squeeze nuts. They're
don't
not,
put the top one in yet, because I want to put the light.
they're
I want
rib
to
nuts.
show the light.
You have to call them rib nuts.
I'm called a squeeze nut. I'm from Florida. I'll continue to use that until the day I die. Just so you know.
Squeaky, squeaky.
Proper. Okay. Am I incorrect here?
No, it's a
You're
rib,
squeezing the nut,
Rib.
not riving the
rib
nut.
nut. Rib
No,
nut.
it's a squeeze nut.
It's a rivet. That's a nut.
I want to take these ones out. They're all super tight. 82.74.
Yeah, it's lifted up a little bit. I am working with a 6-foot giant, so.
You asked for it. So now that we have
These
the
are
shell,
garbage.
now that we have the shell attached, we're gonna attach the lower skid to the shell and the winch tray all together.
Would you look at that?
So, anyways, we'll start on these corners. You
Go!
put- Just Wes commentate the whole time. Bring me down. You like
didn't
my,
even, like,
you
fit
like
in
my
the
little
hole.
wrench? Flip it up like Nick's. Like Nick's mustache. There you go.
Look at me. I'm Nick. I drive a Bronco.
Duh.
Taking too long.
With a better pair of pliers, hopefully, because these are not it.
Hopefully this works.
Oh, it'll work.
Let's try it. Oh, it stopped.